Hello fifth class students. I hope you are all doing well. So students, have you learned the previous chapter? Good. Today we are going to start with chapter that is natural disasters. And the main points are natural disasters and helping the affected. Now let's start. Take the suitable word. Big buildings can fall down during earthquake or drought. Water enters the house due to flood or drought. There is shortage of food due to drought or rain. Big trees can fall down during cyclone or drought. Students, you have to take the suitable word. Now the first topic is natural disasters. Natural disasters cause destruction of life and property. These include earthquakes, cyclone, floods, droughts, volcanic eruptions and landslides. Natural disasters take place suddenly due to some natural forces which cannot be controlled by us. We can take some precautions only to reduce their bad effects and save lives and properties in this way. Now, next we have earthquake. Earthquake is the shaking of the earth due to some movements and forces deep within its surface. An earthquake takes place suddenly and it causes serious damage to life and property. People do not have any control over the happening of an earthquake, but some steps can be taken to reduce its effect and save lives and properties. An earthquake is measured with an instrument called seismograph, and the starting point of an earthquake is called epicenter. Here you can see damage due to an earthquake. So students, you can see earthquake affect lives of people. Now, effects of an earthquake. High buildings, dams and bridges can get damaged due to an earthquake. If dams get affected, it causes floods in vast area. Electric and telephone poles and trees are uprooted. Electric supply and communication is stopped. Roads and railway lines are also destroyed sometimes. This affects the transport system. Sewage pipes can break down and dirty water can be spread in the open, causing the spread of epidemics, etc. Landslides can also take place and cause loss of life and property. Many people die and many others are injured. Many people become homeless also when their houses is damaged. Next topic is precautions. We can take some precautions at the time of an earthquake to save ourselves. Here are: we should move out to an open field. We should keep away from big buildings, electric poles and big trees. Next is, if we cannot move outside the house, we should hide under a strong table or under the frame of the door. We can keep our head under a pillow if we are in bed. Next is, we should park our vehicle by the side of the road where there is no building, electric or telephone pole. Next is, here you can see the picture of taking shelter under a table. Next is cyclone. Cyclone is a circular storm that takes place above a sea or ocean and moves towards the land, bringing heavy rains and violent storm over the region it passes. This takes place mainly in coastal areas. The storm is so forceful that everything coming on its way is destroyed. It has an average speed of 180 km per hour. Now students, let's understand the effects of a cyclone. It causes destruction of buildings, settlements, etc. and brings flood, destroying crops and farms. Electric and telephone poles, trees, etc. are uprooted and electric supply and communication are stopped. Next is, people die due to storm and many people are injured. Many houses are destroyed. People become homeless. Here you can see the picture of a cyclone. Now let's understand precautions. We should take the following preventive measures to save ourselves. Here are some precautions, and the first is, people of coastal areas should hear weather forecast and cyclone warnings. People should keep an emergency kit ready. This kit should have some food, water, torch, radio and emergency medicines. If there is any announcement regarding cyclone in an area, people should vacate their homes and take shelter in the government's cyclone shelter. Next is floods. Flood take place due to heavy rainfall, breaking of a dam or a cyclone. In the rainy season, many rivers and other water bodies rise up and water overflows. Water enters the fields, houses and other buildings. Many kacha houses, men, women and animals flow away in the water. Next is, here you can see the picture of a flood. Now let's see the effects of floods. Water flows with great force and destroys buildings, bridges, roads, railways lines, electric and telephone lines, etc. It damages crops in the fields and stored grains also, causing the shortage of food. When the water lowers, there is an unhygienic condition which causes epidemics and waterborne disease. There is shortage of drinking water also. Many people and animals float away with the water and die. Here are the precautions we can take. We can take some precautions to save ourselves in time of flood. And those are, first is, people should move to higher areas or take shelter to government's relief camp when an announcement about the flood is made in an area. People should keep stocks of food, medicine, clothes and waterproof bags for storing things. People should keep torch, candle and matchbox ready with them. People should drink boiled water only. Next is drought. Drought is caused if there is no rain in an area for a long time. The area under the drought is completely dry. Here are the effects of drought. Drought affects the agriculture and crops and plants do not grow due to shortage of water. There is a great shortage of drinking water also. Shortage of food and drinking water cause death of a large number of people and animals. Drought situations forces people to move to other places in search of work, money, food and other things. People are forced to drink dirty water during drought as there is shortage of clean drinking water. This makes them affected by some waterborne diseases like cholera, diarrhea, hepatitis and others. Next is volcanic eruptions. The temperature under the Earth's surface is high, so rock under it are molten and there is a great quantity of molten rocks, gases and ash are collected there. When there is a weak point or a hole is made at this point, all the molten rocks, gases and ash come out of this hole or vent which is called volcanic eruption. All materials that come out of the volcano is called lava. These gather on Earth's surface all sides of the vent. Here you can see a volcanic eruption. Now let's understand the effect of volcanic eruptions. The lava is very hot, which can burn anything that comes in its way, including humans, animals, trees and houses. Ash can bury many things around the volcano. Poisonous gases come out of the volcano which can choke breathing and cause death. Volcanic eruptions can cause earthquake or landslide. These can also cause flash floods due to melting of glaciers. Here are the precautions. We should take some precautions to save ourselves during volcanic eruptions. We should be aware of warnings given by the related agencies about a volcanic eruption. We should take shelter in a safe place. We should use face masks to cover the face. Landslides. Landslides are removal of a big piece of land or area down a steep slope. Big piece of rock, mud and soil come down and flow away all things, buildings, trees, people and animals coming in the way. A landslide is caused by an earthquake, heavy rainfall and flood. Now, effects of landslides. A landslide can block roads and railways lines. It can also affect electric or water supply. A landslide can cause the damage of houses, bridges, etc. A landslide can cause flood and loss of life and property. You can see a landslide. Now, precautions. People should be aware of weather forecast. They should move to safe places after hearing the warning. Heavy construction should be avoided in areas where landslides takes place. Cutting of trees should be stopped. Next is helping the affected. Our government and non-governmental organizations have made disaster management teams to rescue people in danger and help them in every way. Affected people need financial and emotional support also. They should be given food, water, clothes, shelter, and medicines. We should all contribute to them. Many international organizations like UNICEF, WHO, and Red Cross Society also help disaster affected people all over the world. Now let's see the valued fact. People should move to higher areas if there is a flood. Awesome fact. Many areas of Assam and Bihar are affected by floods every year. Now students, let's learn new words. Dam, a barrier constructed across river to hold water. Lava, molten rocks that comes out of the volcano. Seismograph, an instrument to measure an earthquake. Now students, let's remember natural disasters are happenings that cause destruction of life and property. Earthquake, cyclone, flood, drought, volcanic eruptions and landslides are some main types of natural disasters. Natural disasters are caused by some natural forces which cannot be controlled by us. Earthquake is the sudden shaking of the earth. A cyclone is a circular storm that takes place above a sea or ocean and moves towards the land. Flood takes place due to the heavy rainfall, breaking of a dam or a cyclone. Drought is caused if there is no rain in an area for a long time and the area is completely dry. Coming out of the molten rocks, ash and gases from inside the earth to the surface of the earth with great force is called volcanic eruption. Landslide means removal of big piece of land or area down a steep slope. Thank you kids. We will meet in next class. Till then, bye-bye.